The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.
You know, there in one of life's small ironies as the teachers spend another week immersed in industrial action. I get an email yesterday from a bloke who was taught by my mother in the 90s. My mum's was a teacher. I'm pretty sure she never went on strike. By the way, I certainly don't remember a picket line or a placard or days at home when I was a kid. In fact, even as a kid, as a student, I don't remember having a day off school because of strikes. I do remember a lot of kids in our class, well over 30 kids in our classroom. One of today's great complaints, of course, wasn't an issue then, or if it was, we still got on with it. I also remember we didn't have a lot at home, given teachers didn't get paid all that much, didn't then, sort of don't now, but you have to say, many a teacher these days is actually earning a six-figure salary, so we have reached a point I would have thought where at least some are pretty well rewarded. Anyway, the email. Out of the blue, he writes and tells me he was taught by my mother who had inspired him into teaching, which is where he's at these days. And he's heading back to the old hometown for a week or so and was hoping to catch up with mum so he could buy her a coffee and thank her for her inspiration. And that to me is the essence of teaching. You were in it for the right reasons, and as a result you were passionate about what you did, and as a result of that passion it rubbed off on some of those around you. It's not a bad thing, don't you think, to think back 30 odd years later and remember why you were doing what you do and pin it in part down to a single person or motivation, and then having done that, reach out and want to in some way pay it back. I mean, how many teachers today do it for the right reasons and are genuinely passionate and want others to carry that torch? How many know the pay is never great, but that's not why you do it? How many on the picket line out of the classroom today will get an email in, say, 30 years' time thanking them for their hard work and wanting to acknowledge that influence? And the answer may be the difference between then and now.
The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.